Anywhere. Anywhere. You can be there, you can be there, anywhere.
Oduware, Ogboro-Okor. Ogboro is the father's name, and Okor is the husband's name.
So
the
nice.
compound name. Yeah, appeal to all of us. It requires a bit of concentration. But I will be very pleased if Mana spare some thoughts, reduce the noise, and listen to what we have to say. My background, Ogboro-Okor. Even before we are accepting our army Igue, baby Ogboro-Okor. So background, I'm an obstetrician and an oncologist. There are some people who do not understand me very well. Me, I said, my husband is one of them. And I will interpret for such other people. There are other people here as well. Dan is here, is Yoruba. So, for the sake of these people, and for my own lapses in the language to some extent, Domo. So, recently in my life, I had the reason when we are totally in bed. For 40 years, they've been along with me, but it's okay to meet them. Imagine for a whole year. And I decided that life is short. And if I have the privilege to have a man raise me and let me turn out to be like this, then I should share it with the world. There is no perfect parenting, but I don't think I did too badly. It's a book titled My Father's Daughter. I am the daughter of Richard Oduware. My grandmother, my father's mother, was Ogboro's first grandchild. She was Ogboro in Calabar when he was exiled in 1997.
That's so nice.
So I was born by a man with pedigree. A man who understood that he had pedigree, but yet had the humility that many alluded to. It was a tight balance, but he maintained it. And this book is a memoir that deals with how I was raised, and a memoir that deals with the paradigm shifts that we need to tackle certain ills in our society. Human trafficking. I thought of no better event to debut this book into the UK community than today. I am proud of my heritage, but I'm not blind to the ills in my people. And we can no more stay in our country and pretend it does not concern us. But before I go on, I'm going to plead with my elders here today. There is a word that has plagued me in the past 2 weeks when I was asked to do a book reading here. It was a word that would be the title of this book or of this talk today in English. I wanted the new translation, but in my own I searched everywhere. And in the end, I decided, wait, man, I'm your toy person. Loretta here. About the left. Please, my elders in the house, what is the Benin word for mentoring? Mentor. My elders, Oduware. But Oduware will be a mentor. Benin word for mentoring.
Benin word for mentoring. Una will go in Nana. Oma no kutema wakati no mwana ni tuwa ke eba
Pastor Igue's first ascension is the correct one. Not necessarily no Miami or no Bawa man, no Kildema. I will now take some readings from this book. Today, the title is Oduware. I need to know, and I need everyone to know, that my father brought me up to be inquisitive. He encouraged us to interrogate our environment and the people around us without fear. He buttressed this by example of Igue. I cannot remember any question I asked my father that he did not answer. It did not matter how trivial or how difficult the question appeared to be, he always found time and patience to answer. I had the great privilege from an early age to have conversations with my father like we were equals. He often sought my opinion on different things, and once I gave my answer, he would also give his. We would deliberate on both points of view and engage in an in-depth analysis of the pros and the cons of both opinions. Most times, I would bow to my father's superior reasoning on many subjects. However, there were times he told me that he believed I had a lot more reasoning packed in the answers expected for a child of my age. On such occasions, he did not hesitate. To agree with my point of view. Those were moments that built my confidence beyond what words could describe. So I've just given you a background as to the kind of man who made me. There was no stupid question, and everything he was ready to explain. But now I want to let you know of the Nokia man. I have a vivid recollection. You will tie this together at the end, and I will soon end. I have a vivid recollection of how an aunt of mine came to visit us for a few days. She sent me to fetch her wallet on one occasion when she was going to send me on an errand. I got her the wallet and stood there waiting for her to give me the money. She opened the wallet, gave me some cash, and sent me to buy her a few drinks. I happily went on the errand and thought nothing more of it. I would appreciate some silence, house. I would really appreciate some silence.
Me as well, honestly.
I think what we're doing here is very important. A few days after my aunt left, my father called me. Sit down, my daughter, he said. I noticed the other day when your aunt opened her wallet before you were staring in silence. Why were you staring into a wallet that did not belong to you? Did you keep it there? I looked at my father in surprise. Little did I know that he was watching me on that day. I had marveled at the crisp naira notes in my aunt's wallet when she opened it, and I could not avert my gaze. The notes dipped in my eyes what magnets would do to nails. I am sorry, Daddy, I said, but she opened in front of me. That did not mean you had to go into the wallet and visually remove all the money therein with your eyes. Young woman, they replied. You exhibited the attitude of a greedy person. Never look into a wallet, a bag, or a box that does not belong to you. Even if they are opened in your presence, avert your gaze or outrightly go away from them. Now, Ogboro-Okor, he had just taught me the principles of contention. He had just taught me how not to convert any other person's property. Now we wonder today why our youths leave the shores of Benin and die in the desert. There is a problem with the mindset. You must turn it around in the beginning. This is why this kind of books are necessary. And today we have 30 in the house. All 30, when bought, the proceeds are going to go by donation to this Igue organizing community. So I will get your indulgence to hear the last part of this story. In 1997, my father died. My world collapsed. I was a third-year medical student in the University of Benin. Greatest! I happened to be the president of the University of Benin alumni in the United Kingdom, so I was responsible. Now, although we had many relatives who had promised heaven and earth before my father died, they all went AWOL. We didn't see any of them. When a man dies, that's what happens. But I think what really should concern us is the chapter I called Surviving Societal Stereotypes. Many of my mother's friends came in when my father died, and many of my father's relatives to try and help us. And their solutions were simple. They came in their various flashy ACs and their cars. They came to come and tell myself and my sisters that there was money on the streets of Italy. We needed to go and just pick up these monies. When Pa Richard died, for them it was as though a restricting wall had collapsed and they had to make use of this perceived opportunity. They came in their droves to offer condolences to help us, but that wasn't what they really came for. What was worse, this was at a time when our society turned a blind eye to the emergent evil and welcomed the ill-gotten wealth of these people with open arms. So much so that young girls were withdrawn from schools and packaged by traffickers to fend for their families back home. I understand, and my father made me realize how poverty can push people to do whatever they can to make ends meet. However, my father also taught me to levitate above poverty of the soul. Physical poverty can be cured, but not poverty of the mind.
Never.
I remember a particular one, Madam B, who came to the house and asked my mother. Madam B or Madam Eko happened to be my mother's relatives. She asked my mother, what is the use of sending all these girls to school and you don't have money to even feed and eat? Bọ́lọ̀ wẹ̀ Uwana more than an honest we go. Uwasapa who sent me out of school. I began to see the stress in my mother. She was near capitulating point. And this was when I told my mom that I am my father's daughter. I am unapologetically my father's daughter. And I will not swim in the mud with any people. And then, one of these ladies came to the house one day and said to me, you say you are in the university, meanwhile all the university girls I know are loose women. They are hopping from one lecturer's bed to another, or one big politician's bed to another. Instead of doing this on a small scale and earning useless naira, why don't you just go to Italy and get paid in foreign currency? Swear you are not following some poor good for nothing small boy who has nothing to offer. Okay. I'm running up. I looked at her, I made no response. All I said was, no daughter of Richard will bandy words with someone with an empty cranium like yours. You are busy there speaking grammar and insulting me. Now you know I've told you the truth. Permit me, house, to let you all know today that small boy, good for nothing boy, who I ended up marrying, one of the few neurosurgeons in Nigeria, who will keep an amusing and the patient will use his health.
I'm sorry.
I didn't write this book for me. I wrote it for my brothers and my sisters. I wrote it for my elders and the babies yet unborn. There is a message for everyone on here. If we want to solve the problem of our country, it is not by being sat in conference rooms. It is by changing the mindset of our people from the homes. A paradigm shift. There's nothing wrong if our governor or our commissioner got a copy of this book and shared it across secondary schools in the world. There is nothing wrong if one of us here got one for our homes. This book is on Amazon worldwide. It's been launched in Abuja, it's been launched in Lagos. 2019, we've got a copy. We are going to Igue. We are taking it straight to where the message should be said. I want to employ all of us here in this hall. Even in putting these events together, I was privy to some of the obstacles. I want to employ our elders. We need to mentor the young ones coming. There are very few of us who are interested in the cultural heritage of our people. And when we have such few amongst us, we should encourage them. If you don't know where you are coming from, you will not know where you are going to. I'm sure my dad knew exactly that he was going to leave this airplane a lot earlier before I was ready or old enough. And that was why he deposited all these things in me to negotiate the war and difficult terrain. I am unapologetically my father's daughter. Let us all get a copy of it. It's all on the table. £10 each. It's not for me. It's going to the Igue organizing committee. Please, these are here. I will not sit down with at least one or two people tell me that I'm asking for this. We need to raise money for those who have put this together. The suffering was too much for them. Too much. We are believed, we are blessed, we are endowed. We shouldn't be searching for peanuts. Amongst ourselves, if we mentor ourselves, we can take ourselves to the next see someone who is doing something for the police and not want to pay for good output. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. So my final note, I want to thank everybody here. The commissioner. Mr. Commissioner, we need to go.
Ajuma.
So on a final note, our mouth on Ogboro-Okor.